The ancient world teemed with gods and monsters. From the fertile valleys of Mesopotamia to the sun-drenched deserts of the Levant, myths and legends blossomed. Among these tales, we find two figures who seem to echo each other across time and culture. Shamash, the Mesopotamian sun god, and Shamsiel, the fallen angel of Judaic tradition. But are these figures truly linked, or are their similarities merely a trick of the light? Let's delve into the heart of the matter and explore the fascinating connections and stark contrasts between Shamash and Shamsiel. Some scholars suggest that Shamsiel is a later, distorted reflection of Shamash. They point to the similarities in their names and their association with the sun. Others argue that Shamash, with his roots in a far older tradition, might have influenced the development of the Shamsiel myth. The truth, as is often the case with ancient lore, is likely far more complex. Shamash blazed across the Mesopotamian sky, a deity of justice and truth. He rode a chariot drawn by fiery steeds, his presence heralding the dawn and banishing the darkness. Ancient texts depict Shamash as a wise and benevolent god. He was the protector of travelers and the dispenser of law. His symbol, a solar disk often adorned with rays of light, spoke to his power and majesty. Temples dedicated to Shamash dotted the landscape of ancient Mesopotamia. People flocked to these holy sites to offer prayers and sacrifices. They sought his favor in matters of law, commerce, and warfare. Shamash, they believed, could see all that transpired under the sun. He was a god who valued righteousness and punished wrongdoing. In stark contrast to Shamash's radiant benevolence, Shamsiel strides through Jewish apocryphal texts as a figure shrouded in darkness and rebellion. He is numbered among the Grigori, a group of angels who descended to earth and mingled with humans. This transgression, a violation of divine law, led to their downfall. Shamsiel's name is often interpreted as Shemi Halvim, Shem Ha-Elohim, which adds a layer of complexity to his fall from grace. Some accounts link him to the sin of Bidit Zer, Avodah Zara, idolatry. They claim he taught humans how to fashion idols, leading them astray from the worship of the one true God. Despite his transgression, Shamsiel is not without a certain tragic grandeur. He embodies the seductive allure of forbidden knowledge and the consequences of defying divine will. At first glance, the radiant sun god Shamash and the fallen angel Shamsiel seem to occupy opposite ends of the celestial spectrum. One embodies justice and light, the other rebellion and forbidden knowledge. However, a closer look reveals intriguing parallels between these two figures. Both Shamash and Shamsiel are associated with the sun. While Shamash embodies the sun's life-giving warmth and brilliance, Shamsiel is linked to its potential for destruction and scorching heat. This difference in perspective highlights the contrasting cultural lenses through which these deities were perceived. Shamash represents the Mesopotamian reverence for the sun's power, while Shamsiel embodies the Jewish tradition's wariness of idolatry and the dangers of straying from the path of righteousness. Section 5. Tracing the threads, historical context and speculative links. To unravel the tangled threads connecting Shamash and Shamsiel, we must journey back to the ancient Near East. This region, a cradle of civilization, witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the clash of cultures, and the constant exchange of ideas and beliefs. It is within this dynamic milieu that the myths of Shamash and Shamsiel took root and flourished. The worship of Shamash dates back to at least the 3rd millennium BCE. He was a prominent deity in the pantheons of the Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. The myth of Shamsiel, on the other hand, emerged much later, likely during the Second Temple period, around 516 BCE to 70 CE. It was during this era, marked by cultural and religious ferment, that Jewish scholars began compiling apocryphal texts, including those that mention Shamsiel and the fallen angels. Section 6. The enduring allure of ancient myths. Myths, like stars scattered across the vast canvas of the night sky, have captivated humanity for millennia. They serve as repositories of cultural memory, ethical guidelines and imaginative explorations of the unknown. The stories of Shamash and Shamsiel, though separated by time and cultural context, continue to resonate with us today. Why do these ancient tales continue to hold such power over our imaginations? Perhaps it is because they grapple with universal themes: the nature of good and evil, the consequences of knowledge and transgression, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. Shamash and Shamsiel, in their own distinct ways, embody these timeless dichotomies, offering us glimpses into the rich tapestry of human belief and the enduring power of myth. Section 7: Cultural Impact and Modern Interpretations. The myths of Shamash and Shamsiel, like ripples spreading across a pond, have influenced art, literature, and popular culture throughout the centuries. From ancient Mesopotamian hymns to modern fantasy novels, these figures continue to inspire artists, writers, and thinkers. In modern interpretations, Shamash often embodies the ideals of justice, truth, and enlightenment. He is seen as a symbol of reason and order, a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. Shamsiel, on the other hand, continues to fascinate us with his tragic fall from grace. He is often portrayed as a complex figure, torn between his angelic nature and his thirst for forbidden knowledge. Section 8. Conclusion: Embracing the Mystery. The debate surrounding Shamash and Shamsiel, whether one is a distorted echo of the other or whether they represent parallel threads in the tapestry of human belief, is likely to remain unresolved. And perhaps that is as it should be. Myths, after all, are not meant to be dissected and analyzed under the cold light of reason. They are meant to be experienced, pondered, and passed down through generations. As we gaze up at the stars, let us remember the stories our ancestors told about the heavens. Let us embrace the mystery and wonder that these tales evoke, for they offer us a glimpse into the boundless realms of human imagination and the enduring human quest for meaning in a vast and often unknowable universe.